Here's a tip for living the green life from Missouri Botanical Garden.
All right. So, indeed, it's a bike rack made out of bike parts. We're all about reuse for sure. And also, it comes into play when we talk about transportation issues, right? So you might not have been privy to all of this, but before you even got here to the Earthway Center, we were very clear in our letter we sent to the teachers that we wanted to make sure that, the bus wasn't idling right now. A lot of you take the bus to school? No. You have to take the car. All right, well, think about it. What is the after school pickup like when all of those cars are waiting in line?
There's lots of just gas being spewed out from cars that aren't even doing anything.
Yes. So did you know St. Louis had an anti-idling law? Yeah, it's illegal to idle. Just let your car run for over 7 minutes. Right? So something to think about. St. Louis really is greener than you might think it is. Believe it or not, back in the day, back in the time where this house was first being built, what were they burning in those fireplaces? Coal, right? So everybody's burning coal to heat their homes. What do you think that did to the air?
Polluted.
Right. St. Louis was one of the first cities to enact some clean air regulations, believe it or not, way back then.
We had to. This was St. Louis on Black Tuesday, November 11th, 1939, when coal smoke pollution was so bad you couldn't see the sun at noon.
So, and the Missouri Botanical Garden actually had a device that measured how much coal soot was in the air. Probably. Way back when. I mean, they were concerned, the garden was concerned because it's actually affecting the orchids. But believe it or not, they measured that it was equivalent to a teaspoon of soot a day. Imagine eating a teaspoon of soot a day. That's what people were breathing in back there, right?
Sounds like medicine.
Right? So we've got that's why laws are pretty important, right? When you think about it. It's not just our personal actions that we take, but it also has to do with how we engage publicly and civically, right? Making sure those laws protect us and keep us healthy and safe, including our natural planetary health as well.
Did you know the first Earth Day in 1970 got so many people to learn and care about the environment that President Richard Nixon created the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, and the Clean Air Act, Clean Water Act, and Endangered Species Act became national laws. Agencies in our cities and counties work close to home to safeguard our health and Earth's natural resources. Businesses have a civic duty too, to learn green and work greener in everyday operations and in the big picture of what kinds of work our society does. And what each one of us does really matters too. Green means learning about issues and participating in our communities. We're all citizens of our green planet. Learn more at MissouriBotanicalGarden.org, and thanks for living the green life.